with so many twists and turns going on, factions fighting together, really bolstering a sense of camaraderie and friendship between forces that we really didn't think could even stand in the same room. But alongside the destiny of the galaxy, there's a family dispute going on. A family dispute with some very dangerous, highly motivated fighters. But ultimately, Gintama is no longer the fun and happy place it once was. But we still get to enjoy it. But I don't know how to describe it. The energy of this season, since the farewell Shinsengumi, since the Shogun assassination arc, just hit differently. I don't know if that's because of everything that we've learned, or the tone that it's taking as a show. And we've always focused on Edo, its people, protecting your friends and family, and now expanding to a galactic scale. And whenever there's got a slight transition between future, past, different states of being, like what we saw there in the opening with the smoke trails, how can you not love it? And of course, yes, seeing Katsura, what was some of his nicknames? The Rampaging Noble. Stand up against discount Sun Wukong. What's with this camera angle? I mean, some are closer to monkeys than others, obviously, but you might not have wanted to do that. Here. Really? How far are we? What? 2.5 minutes in? 3 minutes in? And we've got a cock and balls joke. Can we really expect any less? This is one fight that the can't lead them through. Okay, Katsura getting serious, removing his outer layer. So rather than turn tail and flee, stand up as a samurai. And think Katsura's fighting in like this in that footwear. Like a man possessed. It was what they're just going through saying which was the most influential during the battle. It's not a joint operation. I wasn't quite paying full attention there. Did they also mention normal supplies like food? So desu. Well, not a force to be reckoned with on the battlefield itself. I would say his contributions aren't to be completely laughed at. An individual who can calm the waters. An actual strategic skill. There's a difference between cowardice and charging in head first. Wasn't he? Yeah, he just arrived. When to call, cut your losses. If you can escape a battle with minimal casualties, even a lost front can be beneficial. Is it a matter of strongest? Oh. To see childhood origin of this extent. So come back alive to protect what matters most. But I was about to say that. Damn it! Stealing my words from me. Some words that are going to be cause a bit of contention. There are those that wouldn't agree with what you were saying there. Smart! We can't be having that. Yeah. From a young age, being able to pick up and be self-reliant. I don't think that's something I could even manage now. And what we've seen countless battles with Katsura and his rebels. they've got a steady stream of people flooding in. Didn't think we'd see a battle rising up the side of a building. Oh, of course, as soon as a decisive blow is being made. Time for a flashback. Janai. Why would he get involved in these kinds of follies? So if he was to be relieved of that burden, of that duty, I like it. Gintoki. It's not like sharing a. Hang on, where's he in it? Gintoki being smart enough to ease someone's personal worries while also palming off all of the responsibility onto others. The sign that's in there, or was in their office. You should always wait for the smoke to clear. Why are people so eager to jump the gun? Zura? One that fights for himself, does what he wants for once. And in fact, it's not just a running joke now, it's an active part of his character. There's a reason he was so clear to make the distinctions before. Okay, some of these fighting techniques. Wait, is he carrying his arm and his along with him? And apparently it came to that realization pretty quickly. Is letting loose, being that wild animal. Facing one in metaphorically, other literally. What are you gonna do? Bleed on me? He says while laying on the ground. How long was their battle? Is it their joint rivalry there, which keeps them all so close. I wonder if that is a eventuality that could come to pass. Hard-headed. He has the same lesson there. A true general, rather than a scoundrel leading a group of pirates. They could have been... so much they've been bound to the whims of... I've forgotten his name, Utsudo. Yeah, he's not going to be told all the intrinsic details, is he? But is he going to be allowed to say all of this? Also, he's doing pretty well considering his arm was sliced off. Hopefully they weren't decoy ships or anything. Pessimistic or older, so optimistically. I mean, that's his forte, isn't it? Always seeing the future and conflict with a smile and a laugh. Being surprised at the Shogun had a few more contacts than we realized. I'm expecting something to... I see. Not that they had... traitors amongst them. But that robot dude can actually control. Okay. No wonder he didn't have a force of his own. You know, I know this is an escape attempt, one where our lives are in danger, but a little bit of travel sickness takes command. I mean, one that has given their life and soul to the machine spirit. We'll give you their number. Call back at another time. Oh, I'm sorry, I must have been shooting at the wrong ship. I'll go home now. And a battle on the ground being fought in the streets between pirates and samurai, and now one in the air between Gundam and merchants. How strong is their conviction? Are we just going to get a rundown of all of them? Where's Barbatos? He's hacked into the human body itself. You know, a quick kick to the bollocks would probably set them free. That kind of shock would solve any sort of mind control. Nanomachines. There we go. It's nanomachines, son. Probably you could go about it and not explain how you're doing it. Is he going outside to meet them single-handedly? Oh, she stepped through. Or B. Well, he can try. Yeah, it's stronger than any sort of illness. You've caught an immunity to everything else out there. As much as she ridicules him, mocks him, discredits him in pretty much every situation. Can't turn their back. This is I would say, decisive fight going on. But we know that each of them are going to have this battle. We've got the merchant. We've got the merchant doing his thing. Katsura already fighting off the space pirate monkey. So the last one is obviously going to be coming up against Gintoki or Shinsuke, but he's a bit preoccupied with being asleep. But I think this episode more than ever, like previous ones, we've had the fight between everyone. We've got the tension ramping up, knowing that a huge conflict is coming to pass, but making it about the generals now, rather than large scale conflict. Sure, it's the case when if an army loses its general, it can easily fall into disarray. The battle is sometimes over. Everything as it is Katsura now being the wild beast, his true self, an embodiment of Zura. I like the idea of cutting a syllable being that new extension of himself, one that he sheds the duty of being general and fights for himself, fights for his way. Like I said during the episode, the constant jokes with Gintoki seemingly just getting his name wrong. No, it's an extension of this from childhood. Him being, Katsura is too long. Make it easier for myself. And you don't have to be a general, as it were. And I didn't expect the Monkey Man to give up so handedly, seeing that he was beaten through facing things head on, telling his men to stand down when they could easily have just shot Katsura in the back. At least amongst a band of rabble like the ones that we've seen, he at least has some warrior's dignity. And I kind of feel sorry for Sakamoto because, well, he was in that big battle in years past and made a name for himself, but he didn't go to at least I don't think so, the school wasn't taught in the ways like the others were, but still managing to be influential on the battlefield, carrying out a duty, delivering goods where they needed to be, keeping the supply lines stocked and running. Couldn't make or break an actual conflict. And now that the merchants' forces are being slowly converted by nanomachines running through their system, I don't think he can barter his way out of that. Although if he manages to, that's some scary levels of mercantile skill, offering the nanomachines a better deal than they're getting currently. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, it doesn't actually seem out of the realms of possibility. But ultimately, Gintama showing itself once again for what we know it to be. A motive, use of camaraderie, joining together, sticking side by side with your friends and allies, with a heavy dose of just looking badass. So, if that's something that you're into, consider letting me know down below. Leave a like and a comment on the video, helps out the channel. If the algorithm needs to be taught something, we need more Gintama. If you haven't, and somehow are still watching, consider subscribing to the channel as well. You won't miss out future episodes in that case. For the time being, get yourselves a bit of rest. Decide who it is you want to fight for. And I'll see you in the next one. My patrons are allowing me to become more, so thanks to the likes of Electrocant, Noku, Raywood, Kite, Sal, Shiwan, Mats, Girly, Cardboard, Croyville, Gintaman, Jennifer Rojas, Dark Shadow 7899, Jeremiah, Tima, Finesse Kid, and everyone else. I can throw off the shackles of leadership just like Katsura, and therefore any sort of responsibility or reliability that comes with it. And so if you wish to be the reason why I can't be held accountable for any of my actions, consider joining onto my Patreon as well.